Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, and welcome back to my Cravers playthrough slash tutorial. I actually said that in reverse this time around for whatever reason, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. Also, I am aware this video is most likely going to go live late. The reason for that being is that the heatwave started, and when I wanted to record yesterday at the normal hour, which is afternoon, I just could not because it was too hot and I cannot run my AC while recording because you would then hear that and it will ruin the video. So I can only record videos at night or in the morning, which is what I'm doing right now. So this will probably be uploaded late. Sorry for that. Now, one extra notice before we begin is about the sound settings. So I got some feedback about the music being a bit too quiet. You see, the problem with that is I always, since I started recording Endless Space 2 and Endless Legend 2 in fact, had the music turned up to 100%. So the only way for me to make music louder per se is to make everything else quieter. And unless I'm missing something really obvious to boost the music or rather the game sounds, actually I think I could artificially boost them. I need to think about it, but either way it would require some effort, so do let me know how badly you need that change and then I'll figure something out just for you. Either way, let's go ahead and continue with our plans to snipe all the capitals in the galaxy. It's 10:46. We've got about twice that amount. We're about halfway point up by now. Hopefully a bit shorter than that. We should aim to grab a victory faster than this, but like I said, I'm not in a rush. You can, of course, win faster as the Cravers, but since we're gonna win anyway, I might as well enjoy the ride. This is the first argument I have, and the second argument being that I don't even know. Anyway, we actually found some people that we declared war and that are not too happy about us doing that. They're using a lot of kinetics on everything they have, but they also use projectile defenses, which is bad news for them because I use mostly energy weapons. So if they try to use those things against me, well, that will be a problem for them. That said, I would love for them to do whatever they want and fight me because I just love the design of United Empire ships so much. They're cool. That's at least what I think. Anyway, you do say you're going to retreat because there is no reason to waste a perfectly good scap. I didn't check where I was. So that's what happens when you don't check where you are. Anyway, you yourself, please go ahead and explore everywhere you can. That would be lovely. Meanwhile, we have our expansion ship who is about to be intercepted by a bunch of leeches. Actually, those leeches, I don't think they're guard duty, and I don't have any more movement left anyway. And my throat, crying a lot. I just started recording and my throat is already acting up. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I found the Cravers and it's the last entwined system, which is good to know. So this is the limit of the Unfallen Empire. Alrighty then, also series. Oh yeah, that's the place I found earlier, isn't it? Well, I have 2 tankers against 140 infantry. I don't think that's quite good enough, but you know, at least I started the siege going, which is something, I suppose. 1 extra fleet. Oh, that's the fleet. I'll just do nothing for our 10, I suppose. Area then is... I mean, I could just send a colony ship in there right now. It's still going to take ages for the colony ship to reach that place. And you know, it would be a place that would give me extra science income and whatnot. So let's go ahead and do just that. Except all of my systems for a change actually have something queued up. So I'll let them work on that and I'll just change the build order. Well, a moment later. Let's see, we don't need to watch this battle. He's probably, I mean, he won't retreat actually. He's got nowhere to run. Apparently he does have somewhere to run. Never mind. Oh, no, he doesn't. He died. Why didn't you fight then if you had nowhere to run? Whatever. Not my ship. I suppose I'm not the one to talk. Or really have any kind of argument whatsoever. How many tanks do you have ready? You are 100% full on tanks. That's absolutely marvelous. I'm really happy to hear that. I think we're almost ready. How are you on tanks? The fleet also has plenty of tanks. In fact, it might be enough to go ahead and attack Oyad, and I'll do just that. And we'll see if we can by any chance intercept the mothership. Could have also done something similar on Daco, since I don't think Daco is defended, but I mean, would I want Daco? Not really, and conquering this mothership would take way too much time and effort. So let's not do anything of the sort. We're ready to end the turn and drink some water for a change. It's not tea, I know, you're surprised. I'm a bit surprised by myself, but whatever. It's actually not pure water. I add a lemon to it so that it's a bit more easy going on my throat. At least that's what I figured the effect would be, and I think, judging about how dry my throat feels after drinking that, I think adding lemon setting wasn't a bad idea. Also, I lost the civilian ship again. Rivers do that, I suppose. Anyway, wait a second, let us see. Oh, they are actually off, crying aloud. Really? I just conquered the system. I'm not gonna give it back to you. Are you crazy? How many peeps can I lose in here? I mean, I just shipped a bunch of them, so I don't have that many back in storage. I'm talking about population, by the way. Yes, real people. I'm talking about them like they are nothing, like they're just commodities, because that's how I treat them, let's be entirely honest. Not in real life necessarily, keep in mind, I'm just talking game-wise, so please don't take that out of context. There are plenty of other things you can take out of context that I would be okay with, but this one could, you know, get me in trouble, so please don't. Anyway, new trading company created. Wow, that's awesome. I suppose I'm a bit busy at the moment, but it's good to have one. I suppose. Yeah, I know I said I suppose twice. Whatever. Anyway, this plant is almost depleted, so no, let's give it that. Actually, you know what? Since it's almost depleted anyway, let's just uber deplete it and have one slave driver over here. And these lava plants, for the time being, will remain clear, which is just fine. Remove permanent monsoon. How bad is it? It's not very bad actually, but we can also get rid of it, and it will be even better. So I'll do something like that. And eco habitat's also a good idea. I cannot afford fabrication license, which is a shame, but like I said, the research I got that gave me a fabrication license was mostly important because it also gave me access to better troops, which is what I so clearly needed. Alrighty then, speaking of troops or rather ships, I'm going to have to make some, so let's see. I'm going to need a bunch of ships in order to... What I'm trying to do is actually invade the middle of the galaxy, because both Daneb and Lyra are prime attack targets. Yes, those are words, brain. Good job, you said it. Don't know why it was so difficult for you. So let's go ahead and prepare a Reaper, or yeah, just one Reaper for the time being, and we'll see what we can do in order to invade those systems, because I really need them in case you haven't noticed yet. They're really crucial to my ability to actually keep palming up ships, and if I can get enough adamantine and antimatter going, I can just go ahead and keep making, you know, carriers. Also, that's our first time actually seeing a Sulfon fleet. Where on earth is that? It's in Terraramba. And, alright. It's also a place where battle is taking place. Well, I know that they just declared a battle on me. So let's go ahead and retreat. Hopefully this is going to work. No, it didn't. Everything around this place is colonized. That's not entirely surprising. And the enemy is, what a surprise, countering me 100%. That's because they've been at war with me for some time, and the AI thinks that this is the way to counter me. Missiles and shields, which again, as I said many times over the course of the video, is not technically speaking wrong, but I'm doing a better job of countering them. I think, I hope, we'll see. Also, yeah, whatever. This ship was a gunner anyway. I could have maybe employed some kind of battle tactic that would give me some money back, but do I care that much? I really do not. Alrighty then. So let's have a quick look. See, a bunch of ships need orders you need to kill. So let's go ahead and do just that. A bunch of special invaders or space invaders. I don't know what the S stands for, by the way. I never figured that bit out. I was always somewhat curious, but that's about it. So let's have a quick look. See, you are certainly going to the middle fleet, so thank you very much. And as for everybody else, you're more or less okay, I suppose. Kinda tempted to put one extra slice into the middle one, but it's gonna be fine, I'm sure. We're not gonna watch this battle, it's gonna be bloodbath anyway, especially since the enemy retreated for... I mean, they had a reason to retreat this time around, actually, since, you know, they have some place to retreat to, so, you know, it's an improvement over what they did in the past. Let's go ahead and move over to 3C75. Meanwhile, on Albany, I would love to start the process of slaughtering innocent civilians, so let's go ahead and do just that. I'm not gonna reshuffle those ships around. They are good enough for the time being. I know there's an extra ship in the bottom flank, or however you wanna call it, the flotilla, that I don't really need, but it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and oh no. Letting the siege just run would take literally forever, so we're not going to wait. I could wait to see how much of an increase in the speed I can get from this fleet, but let's just do it. I'm Craver, I've got tanks, those tanks are awesome, and we'll see how well they do. Let's go ahead and start by preemptive bombing, and we're going to keep doing that for a while, I think. and hopefully we'll destroy some important infrastructure that normally boosts the enemy to defend. Although I might actually, you know what, this was surprisingly heavy losses considering the fact that I just used preemptive bombing, so we're going to retreat for the time being, and we're going to siege the enemies and see what good can come of that, and try to soften them up a little, because this is quite frankly ridiculous. Where are you? Who are you? No, seriously, who are you? Okay, this guy is somebody completely different. That's my other fleet. That's here to kill. And it will do just that. So let's go ahead and have our little fight. It's going to be nice and easy, and the enemy is going to be dead, I assume. Yep, all of them are dead. Not very surprising whatsoever. Let's go ahead and conquer the mothership. If we can. It's going to be a tough one apparently, but again, preemptive bombing is what I like to use, like I said, to soften up the enemy's defenses, and in this case it worked much better than the last time. Actually, not that much better now that I look at it, but we're going to continue the invasion since we don't have any relief force to help us with. Now, I do potentially need some other people to defend those systems, but Trireme, well, that's what it's here for, so let's go ahead and make a bunch of budget ships. Well, only 4 apparently, but 4 will be good enough for the time being. The reason why I really want those budget ships is because, first of all, each budget ship is cheap, it doesn't cost too many resources, and it can still, you know, carry around the 160 troops, which is not entirely nothing. The only problem being that I'm spending titanium, and I need titanium more so than I need hyperium. Or at least I'm getting less titanium than I get hyperium, which is the reason why I have problems with titanium. But you need this kind of ship model, and not spending this extra 2 titanium spent on each budget ship, it just gives me so much more firepower that it's just inconceivable that I would not use that. That's just how it is, flat out. Alright, let's go have for a spin product as well. You know what, I'm going to buy it out. Sure, I'm swimming in money anyway. Let's buy things out. Lupus, dear Lupus, what can you do for me? You can go for... what can you go for? You're kind of useless, I'll be entirely honest with you, buddy. I kind of want to not go for Micro perhaps just because I want to save Adamantium, so how about you go for National Museum? You're not gonna use that though in a very long time. So Gryaton Shooter Laboratories is something that you can use and that I care much more about. Still some more fleets. I can have a scavenger invade with his whole... how many tanks? 4? That's actually a lot of tanks for a single scavenger. So, you know, that's not bad. But what I'm going to do instead is send him to Trappist, send a bunch of probes down there-ish. Actually, I should have sent the probes already, but then again, I want him out of the harm's way, and I will keep him here as a spy and see what he can see. You know, you just say you're also a spy, so let's go ahead and keep sending probes, nice and easy. Last ship that needs orders is you, dear scavenger. Just sit here and drain the enemy's defenses, which is going to take you about 1 billion years, but you can try to do it nevertheless. Warden, what the balls is Warden? Oh, that's the place. I'm right, I forgot about here. So, I need to colonize the Arad if I want Adamantium. So many things want me to colonize Arads, it's ridiculous. Also, how are those population people coming? They're taking a while. They're taking a very, very long time to get here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to demolish the sustainable farms thingy, get a bit of scrap out of it, and slow down the growth process, which is still going up a little bit too fast. Not exactly what I was hoping for. The problem is that I may run out of space on this ash plant before the extra population arrives, which is not what I want, by the way. So let's go ahead and make sure that this is not the case. Multiple moon mission, that would be lovely. And also very expensive to do, so we're not going to do anything of the sort. We're going to go for cerebral reality, thank you very much, but only after public partnerships are done. Oh, this planet is depleted, I see. Well then, let's go ahead and eat this one then. This game is trying to make me go for... You know, fine, I'll grab Arids. I just need them too much. I've been trying to not get them and avoid them because this will increase the cost of, for example, Wealth of the Endless by a considerable amount, I might add. But the truth is, Arids are just too important to ignore at this point in time. There are too many Arid planets that have Adamantium on them. And I need this Adamantium for carriers that will replace my actual fleets so that I will not have to spend billions of titanium on every ship I make. Of course, I'll still make small ships as often as possible whenever I do have access to titanium. But the reason why I like... Let me tell you one thing, after I drink water. I believe that Endless Space 2 runs a really good balance of small ships to big ships ratio, for the very simple reason that, well, they require different strategic resources in order to manufacture. And you have a very clear incentive to have a mixture of small ships and big ships, because small ships cost titanium and Hyperion, whilst carriers, they cost adamantium and antimatter. So those two don't overlap, and thus, if you have, unless you have really good supply of one, you will not be able to create a fleet that is just completely filled with just ships that are small or just ships that are big. You will need a mix of both, most likely. And that's lovely, because it encourages diversity. The only problem in that is that, well, middle ships, they kinda have no place. I mean, sure, they have some specialized roles or whatever. For example, the coordinator class is amazing, but Hunter class, sometimes I just don't get. I mean, their Hunter class ships are very important for middle game, I'll say that right now. But they become obsolete in late game, so if you think you can just skip through middle game without ever gaining access to Hunter class like I just did, or rather did not, I suppose, then feel free to skip them. And you will miss out on another lesson, which honestly is not that important. I mean, sometimes it is. Sometimes you may want to do, you know, have the enemy target your tank-like ships, but it's, again, I don't even use it that much often, honestly. Sometimes I do, and it is a nice upgrade when I have it, but it's not like you have to get it, is what I'm trying to get at. Anyway, I think we need another round of preemptive bombing, perhaps? Yeah, let's go ahead and bomb the people. Bombing people is always a fun thing to do. I think you would agree with me, hopefully. If not, you're probably calling the police already. Anyway, the people keep trying to invade our data sea, but product system should do the trick. The enemy should be, yeah, greatly outnumbered and also outgunned. Speaking of outnumbered and outgunned... Wait a second, where is my antimatter? What happened to my... Oh, okay. Huh, you bastards are... You are... I don't like them. They prevent me from actually getting antimatter. I really don't like them. I'll need an extra force, but I thankfully do have it. And also, what on F... Where is this action going to? There's nothing to colonize here, buddy, unless you want to conquer Info Factory, in which case, feel free to. I already emptied it of its secrets, so it's not like a big deal to me or anything. Anyway, Trireme. More science, I have no idea how you don't have magnetic field generators, so please... Oh! Because I never researched them, that's how you don't have them. Now I did research them, so I do have them. Anyway, extra population slot on sterile. Also going to take that chain gang program. Also gonna need that, because look at the amount of... like, not population, but rather soldiers that I'm trying to manufacture. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. My brain is failing to process words. Maybe because... As I said, I'm recording this in morning. The sun keeps getting higher and higher on the horizon, and I can just feel my skin slowly melting off of my body, which is not really a pleasant feeling, I'll be entirely honest with you. I'd rather it didn't melt like it does right now, but that's what it's doing right now. I'm not thrilled. If you could stop burning, dear sun, that would be lovely. Maybe not go away completely, because, you know, sun is kind of useful, actually, in the grand scheme of things, but nevertheless, it's a bit too hot sometimes. Anyway, our hero did level up, that's lovely, and as I said, he leveled up a bunch because of the research I got, so, in fact, I think I'm going to... Yeah, like this, and this should be perfect. And now he's going to make the host system that much better. Not like host system can be much better now, because it's mostly depleted. It has one lava plant which is still working. But that's just about it. Do we want to preserve this lava plant, or do we want to... You know what? We're a Cravers, let's just eat it. But having a single Craver in there is good enough, because he's also going to make those slaves work. And, you know, it's also still going to make... Yeah, let's, you know, slave work and depletion. I just want to eat this planet up and make it the system more viable for now. By the time this planet is depleted, we should have finished the game already, so just keep this guy there. So it's going to be fine. Anyway, what do we have here? You decide you're supposed to be here with on the foam? Home of AI Vladimir. I don't know why I said foam, but this is good. This is one of the things that we needed to find. This is another home system we can invade. The home system should be somewhere here-ish, around Pollux. So, who are we missing? We're missing how many people? 3 other AIs, who are probably around this arm of the galaxy, if I were to guess. And do you hear that? That's a motorcycle. I don't know why they like racing around this area, because trust me, there are no good places to race around in here where I live. But they do that anyway. I suppose they do that everywhere, because reasons. They like to. Whatever. If they want to. I mean, they're kind of breaking the law sometimes. I'm pretty sure they're going too fast, but whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and colonize this airplane because holy balls! Oh no, I thought for a second that it had a giant Craver explosion, but I actually did not. And also, I think I overdid it with the decreased amount of food gained because look at that. I'm now no longer gaining any food. So let's remake a sustainable farm that I just demolished. Sorry guys, I guess you know I can just change my mind very quickly. It's just something that happens. Also, Essa, dear Essa, please not be rubbish. Please do some things for me. How about level 2 modernization? You don't really need that, to be entirely frankly honest with you, but you can have it, so I'll let you have it. Let's have a quick look. See, I know new trading company requires headquarters. I'll probably place the headquarters somewhere in the set of the galaxy, so I'm not going to place them right now. Again, they're not really all that important for me at this point in time. They are giving me extra luxuries, but I already have my needs for Red Sank fulfilled for the most part. This means that I could potentially use Red Sank of one of the ingredients for level 2 or 4, for level 3 or 4 modernization, that's true. But I still am looking for other candidates for that other than super spads. I mean, I will go for super spads if I have no choice. Actually, how much per turn am I gaining for both of these? You know what, level 3 modernization is something that's not a bad idea to have, but I want to wait a little bit more. Maybe I'll find some better luxury resource. I'll just wait. Instead, I'm going to buy another freighter. There's no point in me gaining this. With those things. I mean, there is a bit of a point, but I want to wait. I'm sure there's some amazing... Actually, I can see amazing luxuries, like here, Blue Cup mode. Even that will be better, and there's another Blue Cup mode right there. Those are potential things I could get. For example, by placing another trading company thingy over on vehicles, so it would connect to other things and give me a lot of Blue Cup mode. That's awesome. Also, Gobris, again, Blue Cup mode, more Blue Cup mode. Try Blue Cup mode everywhere. Blue Cup mode is good. We like Blue Cup mode. Try saying that sentence twice as fast. And over again. I don't even know what I'm saying. This is not a day for me to record videos because my brain is apparently not cooperating. Which is just, I mean, I suppose it's alright. It seems to be alternating between being cooperative and not cooperative. But I'd rather it was always cooperating for obvious reasons. Anyway, let's go ahead and drink some water and make me shut up. But seriously, can it be less hot? How am I supposed to withstand 45 minutes in this heat? I'm so desperate for AC, but I so badly cannot turn it on because, trust me, it will be so loud! Anyway, ground battle on Oya, let's keep preemptive bombing because we're running out of tanks and we're not getting far, but thankfully the enemy's defenders are dying faster than my tanks are. And oh! Vladimir conquered Lyra. Well, okay, good for you. I suppose this is actually good for us as well, because this means that the enemy will develop Lyra and prepare it for our inevitable invasion, which is fine by me, Also, how are we doing it as of maximum amount of planets? We're fine for the time being. We can get one more before, in fact, we can get 2 more before the enemy, before our people start, you know, being rallied up and whatever. Anyway, light ship and fire ship, all of you are going to die because I desire so, and that's exactly what is going to happen. Nice and easy, everybody's dead. Also, how are we doing in terms of approval? Because I haven't checked that in a while. We're not too hot, but we're 77% approval, which means that we're loyal. We're smart, we're loyal, and we're good enough. So this is what I'm going to keep, you know, be satisfied with. Also, you stop invading Lupus. It's not like you're going to succeed at ever. So just go away, die. Oh, he's gonna retreat most likely, but still, I would love it if he died. Nope, just retreat. Fine. I'm not gonna stick around though and hunt him down. I'm just going to go to Yibera ASAP, because Yibera needs to be protected. So there's that. So many ships, so little time, so much heat, I cannot think. My hands are shaking. And whatever else went in that thing that is a meme, but I'm not a meme. I mean, I might be a meme, but I'm not good with memes. Except for when I am. This makes no sense. Seriously, it's too hard. I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep... I need to figure out some way to keep myself cool in those very hot days. And yeah, as I suspect, the series is in fact in the enemy's borders. Do I grab Nusakan? I grab Nusakan. I mean, it's a bit of Adamantian, but it's some Adamantian, and I'd love to have at least some. That would be L-O-V-L-E. L-O-V-L-E? Did I just say that? I did just say that. I'm ashamed by myself. It's kind of rubbish. Anyway, let's go ahead and make the repair, as in have it in space, and then make a bunch of butter chips. but only enough to last us for a single turn. This will be good enough for the time being. And this reaper will wait for them so that it can give them a piggyback ride once they are ready. And meanwhile, a bunch of siege towers are reaching completion, which is nice. I'm going to send them to Albany and probably actually to Saganus or Ceres, because Albany will potentially be conquered by then. I'm not sure if it will, but I'm going to do my best. Alrighty then, what else do we have? Not really anything, so let's go ahead and end the turn again, drink some more water. Well, for the endless advancing, slowly but steady. As I said, it's a really nice upgrade once we do grab it, and it's going to help our economy a great deal. And your quest started, preserve the academy. You boy, okay then. Things are progressing, I see. Well, I am Cravers. I aligned myself with endless, the endless. Not, I wanted to say endless space, but that wouldn't be right. But still, that's a quest that for the time being we don't have to take any sides in, so let's go ahead and do what it wants us to do. Intent is to clear the galaxy of 9 Vodiani rebel fleets. I mean, if I find the Vodiani, actually I did, I'm at war with the Vodiani. So either way, clearing Vodiani seems like something I will do anyway. The problem is, if they appear right now and block my pupa ship, which would be mighty annoying, which I wouldn't be surprised by in the slightest. Also, oh yeah, oh no, they reinforced, didn't they? That's really annoying actually, because yeah, I may have some problems. I may have to go for guerrilla tactics from now on, otherwise I will be having difficulties actually getting anywhere. I think this fleet is not going to succeed at capturing the system anyway, unfortunately, as much as I wish it did. Alright, then a bunch of heroes leveled up because that's just what they do. How about approval? Approval seems to be in high demand nowadays. I'm starting to have problems keeping up with it. Those guys still love me and give me a lot of manpower every time, which is why I'm not going to ever take them over, because that's a seriously good boost to our economy. Better than what we would get for a long time, and for crying a lot, really? Do you hear the frustration? I hope you do. For crying out loud, what are you? You're a fly. You're a really big fly. I hope you die. Yes, I am nasty even to wildlife in real life, because flies don't have my sympathy. I would be sad if they all just were exterminated. I'm sorry to say so, but I just really dislike those bastards. So yeah, just GTA 4, stupid fly. So anyway, Riverborn. Okay, yeah, awesome. I'm really glad to meet you. Yes, whatever you have to say, you can tell me that after I declare war on you. Yes, you don't understand me. You're about to trust me. I'm very simple guy that understand. I come and I kill. So, Yudia says, go ahead and murder the people that are trying to murder me, or they conquer me, I suppose. This should be an easy fight. They have a bunch of gadgets, sure, but my budget ships should be more than enough. They took some down because they are, well, on a budget, obviously. But they did just fine, if I may say so myself. They are also quite important for me right now, because they will reinforce my tank line, since it clearly does need some reinforcement. Speaking of reinforcement, you... Oh no! No, what did I do? Okay, how do I not kill the Ark? Can I not kill the Ark? For crying out loud, I can... How do I minimize the amount of damage they take without necessarily losing? Turtle seems like... I mean, Turtle does increase the amount of damage with you, neither does Influential. I can go for Influential. If I go for Influential, I prevent my beams from firing. So let's go for Influential and stay in the middle range so that my beams never have the range to fire. It's kind of amusing how I'm trying to keep the enemy ship alive, but yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Alright, I don't think there's any other way I can lower the amount of damage I do to the enemy. What is my... except I can have my hero ship in the top lane, because it's supposed to be in the middle one. And maybe it will not be able to fire its missiles after a while, hopefully. And also this thing, I needed to defend my fleet, actually. Yeah, I need my fleet to be alive. So yeah, I will keep those guys here. Then again, I need my fleet alive to conquer the Ark ship, so... I'd rather those ships die than actually kill the Ark ship. So yeah, like this. I think this is the worst setup I could possibly go for. Hopefully the Ark ship will survive. I wish I could just tell my ships to cease fire and tell her that I made a mistake. For crying out loud. This is the worst outcome. Not only have I lost the slices, but I also still did kill the Ark ship. How did that happen exactly? Shut up, stupid fly! I'm recording a video cast! Sorry. I had to just be mad at it. I mean... Yeah, I just eventually did kill them with missiles, so those guys are the ones at fault. I tried my best, I really did. But in the end, yeah, invasion has been abandoned, huh? Fancy that. I suppose I could send a people ship over there now, but it's going to cancel. Lovely. And my hero leveled up. Yay! I am so happy. Can you hear the happiness in my voice? Because I certainly cannot. You keep up the invasion. You, I mean... Oh wow, actually the enemy is losing a lot of stuff, but much more than it will appear that they are, so... Seriously! Cool down! Fine, you're going to die. You're stuck between a window and... what's it called? The thing that's between window and me. Hey, don't you look at me? It's looking at me. The fly is looking at me right now. It has red eyes. It's creepy. It's black with red eyes. It's kind of like a monster of some kind. I don't like it. Hey, fly, stop! Oh, it's now cleaning its legs. However the legs are called. I don't really know. Whatever. Siege towers, please get into position and let's send them to silence for the time being because why not? Fly, I can see you. Stop pretending that I cannot, because I can. It just wants to spy on me, doesn't it? Fine, I could smash it. I think I could actually do it. I'm pretty good at murdering flies. It gives me pleasure. No, it's nothing like this. I mean, maybe partially it gives me pleasure when they don't actually try to attack me for no reason, since they don't actually attack me. As in, they do fly into me for no reason whatsoever, which is mighty infuriating, mind you. But whatever. Essa, you have nothing really, except for the chain gang program, which I am definitely going to go for. Hopefully it's going to eat Craver, because those guys are not very useful for me anymore over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Also, Dolphinus, you also need something to do. Budget ships, you go ahead and merge with that ship over there. And meanwhile, what else can I have over here? We'll just chain gang program, I suppose. So I have even more people inside my ships. You go ahead and merge with whatever I'll make on mutation, because I'm surely I'll make something on mutation. In fact, I need to go to Edasir because it looks like Edasir is about to be invaded again for the nth time, but I'm confident in the fact that I can defend it. Oh, it now shifted. The fly shifted. It's now looking sideways. Cool. At least it's not just randomly flying into the window, which is mighty distracting, but it's still distracting because it's right in front of my face. Quite far away, mind it. It's like 40-ish centimeters, maybe 30, but it's still too close. It's outside of when it goes to flies. This is within my personal space, and I'll like it to go away. Alrighty then. Queuing up some extra science, because science never had anybody. Let's go ahead and make a Reaper as well. That was a bird shadow. Okay then. That kind of spooked me out, I'll be entirely honest, because it flew against the sun. And it shadowed me all of a sudden for a second, but whatever. Let's go ahead and make a Reaper and a bunch of battle ships. Oh wow, you are really bad at production, aren't you? Oh, my comp system is kind of crap. We knew that. What kind of system is better? Because I need to potentially relocate my hero. Actually, this hero is as good as he can, but mutation is dropping out in usefulness. Quite considerably, might add. So I should probably move this guy over to Trireme or Resta or Delphinus, which are much better systems. I think Trireme is the prime candidate, because since it also has a planet that is not yet colonized, so let's go ahead and move my hero already over there. Cransaurus, congratulations, you have been relocated into a place which is undergoing a Chang'an program. Also, let's colonize the health planet. And let's make sustainable farms, because we can, and because we want to make sure that this our planet is filled with population as quickly as possible, so we can eat it up, inside out. Yes. I'm not sure where I was going with that, so I stopped. I hope you appreciate it, because I could have not stopped instead. Either way, let's go ahead and... Do we want to go for multiple moon mission? I mean, I suppose so, but there are other things that we care more about, like gathering more industry from stuff and expanded mines. That is also very important. Let's go ahead and grab that ASAP, but we can't, and I cannot afford to buy it out, unfortunately. Things like that do happen, I suppose, from time to time. We keep making ships, so everything is fine and in order, and let's go ahead and end the 10, I suppose? Yes. And oh hey, election! The most important time of the day, time of the year, even time of the century for the Cravers, because this is the day where nothing important ever happens, because every election is the same. We really don't care about the election, do we? Nope, not at all. Alright then. Now, I have to say, I know this video is only 35 minutes long, and I really want videos to be... oh, run away. I really want videos to be around 40-ish minutes long, but 35 is around 40-ish, if you agree with me. So, after I'm dealing with those notifications, I'm probably going to end it here. Because it's really too hard, trust me, it's hard to survive. And that series under attack, conscription it is, I think, because I'm certainly not going to give it away now that I got it. It's only got a few people left in it. Sorry for that. So I do need to send a relief force, but for the time being, those guys should do quite nicely, I suppose. And yeah, that's good enough for now. We've got a hero who leveled up. Good on you! I suppose it's like I particularly care about you. Extra health or extra health region? I think extra health is what we care about more. Then again, extra experience. Do we need experience on our fleet? How experienced is your fleet, dear hero? How experienced is it? Is it maximum experience? It's banned for veterans, so yeah, we don't particularly need extra experience, am I right? No, yes. Wait, no. I forget. I'm sorry, the heat is really messing me up. It's extremely... how hot is it? Oh, I cannot check right now. I'll check this later out of pure curiosity, morbid curiosity, because seriously, I'm a puddle of sweat right now. You have no idea, it's disgusting. I disgust myself at this point. It's beyond survivability. Also, I know you're very nice people, so you'll probably be like, okay, turn on AC, it's okay, we'll just live through the background noise. I appreciate that if you were to say this, but trust me, it's better this way. Just let me sweat, I'll be fine. I'll not record in the morning because it seems like a bad idea unless I wake up extraordinarily early. I'll just record things in the middle of the night and then it should be fine. But for the right now, I think I can press the end 10 button and then end the video because it's fine. Actually, a bunch of things need to be made, so yeah, let's not end the video. Because, you know, artificially ending video makes no sense. Let's just keep making things while we can. We've got a bunch of resources, which is fine. Also, I can improve my... thanks now. No, I still cannot. I need to get some extra adamantium. I didn't look at how much I have because apparently I'm stupid. Yep, that's me. I got a bunch of budget ships. I'm stockpiling a lot of Hyperion because I'm not really using it, because why would I? There's nothing I could use it on. Because, yeah, no, I'm not making... actually, I could make slices, but they cost so much titanium, and if I... oh, you know what, whatever. Let's make a Reaper and a slicer. Let's make a bunch... that's why I'm using budget ships, because I can make so much more fleets and ships with them in that way. But anyway, I believe this is good enough for the time being, so let's go ahead. Oh, no, I almost forgot. You need to go to Redis here and help this system because it's got some problems, let's put it this way. Anything else we can do on Redis here? Not really. I mean, we can do a bunch of things, but the thing is, how much far would it get us? Because this system is under the process of being taken over. So anyway, let's go ahead and end the 10. Never mind, host needs orders, so we're not going to end 10 just yet. We're going to make some more budget ships on host and prepare even more of a fleet, because we need a lot of ships and send them everywhere fairly quickly, because it's going to take a long time for them to get there, and they also need to fight some battles. So let's end the 10, and ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mig Spammer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online as soon as we get notifications, because we want to know how this 10 will start, because those notifications may not pop out when I load the game next time I record a video. And that's here, bad of stuff, nothing important. Alright, thank you, and see you later.